Just if we saw Confederacy named in it, we then highlighted it, says a school board spokesperson while describing a list which contained Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, and Sam Houston. The Dallas Independent School District is in damage control mode after an internal school board list was obtained by local press which shows schools under consideration for name changes due to possible connections with slavery or the Confederacy. News of the list, obtained by the Dallas Morning News early this week, caused outrage for the fact that it includes Texas revolutionaries and founders such as Sam Houston, James Bowie, and William Travis, as well as Dallas pioneers James Gaston and William Brown Miller. It further names other early American figures who very obviously lived long before the existence of the Confederacy, such as U.S. Presidents Thomas Jefferson, James Madison and, inexplicably, Ben Franklin. Of course, William Travis and Jim Bowie both died at the Alamo in 1836 while the Confederacy didn't come into existence until 1861. Sam Houston too lived most of his entire life before the Civil War and was perhaps the greatest Native American rights supporter of the time, and was adopted as an honorary Cherokee by the tribe, having also married a Cherokee woman. Ben Franklin, one of the American founding fathers named on the Dallas ISD list, was a vocal abolitionist. It is stunning and extremely worrisome that school board trustees would be both so historically illiterate and politically correct that they would put such names on the list in the first place. Dallas School Board member Dustin Marshall confirmed the list via social media. It's amazing that even founding fathers like Ben Franklin, an early vocal abolitionist, or Declaration of Independence author Thomas Jefferson should have to be debated. But Dallas ISD is currently attempting to backtrack and spin the narrative now that the leaked list is receiving so much pushback from Texans. There's likely some level of embarrassment which motivated the new stance as well. A subsequent Dallas Morning News update explained, instead of more research, the district is focusing on a narrow set of parameters to only rethink schools named after Confederate generals, said Chief of School Leadership Stephanie Elizalde. The board now claims that while the original list was merely for research purposes, it is only for schools that are being seriously considered to undergo a name change: Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee, Albert Sidney Johnston and William L. Coppell Elementary Schools. Disturbingly, it appears that research into Confederate links is being conducted by a mere one-person staff, this according to language used by board spokesperson Stephanie Elizalde. She was quoted further in the Dallas Morning News. The additional names were never part of any specific renaming plan. Instead, Elizalde said, the list was originally so broad because she wanted to do due diligence on the names of the district's 226 campuses. The more I researched, the more I was going to find, she said. The more detailed explanation of her methodology is strange considering many of the names that actually made the school board's list. This was just a very quick review of looking at the biographies of the individuals, and if there was any association with Confederacy, not making a judgment for or against, just if we saw Confederacy named in it, we then highlighted it. We are now in the process of doing a second look. Yet that doesn't explain how authors of America's founding documents and Texas Revolutionary came to be highlighted, unless the Dallas School Board's knowledge of history is really that appalling, a real possibility it seems.